Good morning, y'all. It is 8 a.m. Real West here. Thanks for visiting my channel. Thanks for viewing my another day in the life. Have workout from 8:30 a.m. Woke up around 7 a.m. and got ready in about 30 minutes. And now I'm here at the facility to show you guys around. It's not open yet, but this is what it looks like. Today, I'm gonna work out from 8:30, then hit the weight room another training session around 10 or so for like an hour. And then after that, then it's a free day basically. It's my second week. Worked out yesterday as well, and I'm planning on getting a nice little workout, nice little training session this entire week. I leave actually to my new team at the end of this month. I start practice July 1st. So, before that, I want to get back into good shape, not in great shape, but in good shape, and just build a foundation before I go over there, so I don't look too bad and too slow and too sloppy. So just trying to get ready, trying to get better, making my day the best as I can, and try to maximize the potential each and every day. All right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for always watching. Love you guys. Stay tuned. Strive to grind. See the shadow of Nike right there. Always waiting. Whoa. Hi, baby. Hey. Hi, baby. Hi. Were you being a good boy? Were you being a good boy? Huh? Hey. 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 This is lunch. What's going on, y'all? I just finished up with a nice little stretch, loosened up my muscle, and did a nice little mobility session. Just got all the things that I need over here, and hypervolt. Got my bands. Boom. Got my ball here. I just gotta hide it because Nike won't get it. But quickly, I want to talk about confidence. I had a comment regarding confidence on the court, not being able to play that they want to. And this is something that I faced. I faced this problem for a very long time, and I still do. Oh gosh, Nike. Sorry guys, but this is a skill that I believe that anybody can acquire. And like any skill, it takes practice. It takes development, and it takes repetition. And quickly, I want to break down confidence into few things. So confidence is of course, for me is factored into two things: belief and experience. And why you lack confidence, also something I want you guys to remember, is fear. Fear of not performing well, because when you don't perform well, you might not impress coaches. If you don't impress coaches, then you won't get to play. And if you don't get to play, you won't be able to receive that offer or scholarship that you dreamed of. And if you don't receive that offer or scholarship that you dreamed of, you won't achieve your dream to become a professional basketball player of some sort. And I think it's a cycle where you put yourself in cognitively, and honestly, you have to face those fears and tell yourself that whether you don't achieve, XYZ, you have to tell yourself that you're still gonna face that problem in front of you, because you'd rather fail not trying than trying, right? Fail trying. Like, if that doesn't work out, do something else. And if you're scared of failing, you're never going to accomplish anything. You're never going to achieve anything in life, actually. So don't be afraid to fail. That's the biggest thing. Like, don't be afraid to turn the ball over or miss few shots a few times. Like, anybody does those things. Like, I still turn the ball over. I'm a point guard. I'm not allowed to do that, but when I do, I don't get down on myself. But when I used to lack confidence, immediately I'm like, oh my gosh, coach is gonna take me out. I won't be able to play. I wasn't able to perform well. I'm only gonna get a minute. People are gonna think that I suck, etc., etc., etc. And it was just a negative cycle that continually went ongoing. But now when I think about it, you just gotta face those things and not give a crap about anything that happens when you do fail. And when you do, move forward, turn the page, learn from it, work on it, allow that to motivate you. Have that heart of wanting to build character continuously, and if you face failure, if you face a few mistakes or something, learn from it, learn from those mistakes. That's something that I try to do, still stay on to this day. And those confidence, when I talked about it, break it down into two sections. Belief. How do you gain that belief in yourself? How do I gain that belief in myself? Is through, one, actually performing evidently on the court, how I imagine myself, how I vision myself. And how did I get there? How do I get there? Is practice. And when I talk about practice, a lot of people, when they work out, train, they just go through the motion, or they will push themselves just spontaneously for like each set and take a break and continue that. But no, working hard is not enough. I'll tell you that right now. Working hard is definitely not enough. So what you have to remember is work hard but smart. That's something that I learned this past few years is if I'm not working on the things that I will perform on the court at the speed that I will on the court, there's no point. I'm never going to improve, or I'm never going to be able to showcase what I want to do on the court if I'm not being able to do that intentionally in practice when nobody's watching and nobody's on the court, right? Your practices have to be harder than your games. And you have to be able to place yourself in a situation mentally, physically, and emotionally that is very, very exhausting in practice. So it would translate onto the court in game time, and game time becomes easier than the practice. And so when you allow that to happen, all the factors that made you nervous, like the coach is watching, the crowd is watching, potentially not achieving the goals that you imagined in that game, those fears actually become excitements. You start to become excited about showing the coach your abilities, showing the crowd your abilities, achieving that play that you imagine, right? You start to become more positive and envision yourself these things rather than envisioning yourself in the negative aspect. And when you envision yourself at the positive, that tends to happen, right? And that's a whole entire different thing when you start envisioning that. That begins to occur, and that begins to be a cycle. So start from more specific areas, from belief, and how do you gain that belief? Break it down with yourself. And secondly, experience. Man, like what I said, 7th year in the league, I've been through a lot of the situations. I've lost games, won games, sat out games. I've been through all kinds of situations in this basketball career now. But that's in a macro sense, right? Let's talk about in a micro sense, where, like what I talked about in the game-like situations, place yourself in situations and practices where you will in the game, and gain that experience by yourself first. And if you can't gain that experience by yourself on the court during workouts and training sessions, you will not be able to perform that on the court. If you're just going through the motions, if your speed is slower than the game, if your intentions aren't game intentions, it's pointless. It really is pointless. Might as well not even go to the gym and waste your time. Do something else. So every time you go on the court, every time you go on the training sessions, have a purpose. Have a purpose to excel on the court. Have a purpose to transfer what you did that day in that training session, so you'll be able to repeatedly do that on the court in the game situations. And that's exactly what distinguished my career from last year. During the summer, I was able to work out with an NBA trainer as well as an NBA performance coach, performance trainer. And those workouts pushed me to past my limits. It pushed me past to a point where I didn't think I was able to go any further. But, they pushed me, maximize my time, my potential in that short amount of time. Honestly, yeah, it was definitely because of the work that I put in too that allowed me to propel into the player that I became this year, and that's just after 1 year. I'm really, really excited to see what my career would unfold this upcoming season and on forward. Being able to gain that confidence and belief in myself through experience. So I believe that having confidence gives you that positivity that you need, that your mind needs to give it that positive cycle to keep going, to keep moving forward. Whereas the negative, lack of confidence, hence fear, it only drives you to the bottom, right? It actually drives negatively, puts you back 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. So yeah, I want you guys to remember, the biggest thing is to face your fears and gain that belief, gain that experience. Put yourself in situations to work hard, but work smarter. Place yourself in the situations that practice becomes easier than games. And I believe those are the things that will allow you to give you confidence and allow you to propel your skill set and your potential on the court. Sorry, it was long, but it's something that I also face, and that I continue to struggle with, and it's definitely a challenge and a developing factor that I will continue to work on day in and day out, and tell myself that I am the best player and I am blessed to have the skill set to get better and improve. So always think positively, always challenge yourself. But the biggest thing, positivity. What's going on, everybody? So I just got home. I went into the city to get some dinner. I had Shake Shack. Had to get myself a burger, double, and some fries and some milkshakes. I had to get my burger craving fixed. So, I biked over to the city and went to Shake Shack and got me a nice meal. And I just got back home, about to stretch a little bit more and go to sleep. That was the day. About to repeat it all tomorrow again. back from 8:30 workouts. But I appreciate you guys following me on this journey. I have some few new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. Please continue to like this video and comment and email me with any questions. I love to keep on having this dialogue with you guys. I want to continue to deliver great content, inspiration, motivation, and value through this YouTube channel. So I'd love to continue to have this communication among the viewers and myself. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching another day in the life. Love you guys. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and let's take on this journey of life together. All right, you guys. Good night. Strive to grind. Row West. Love you guys. Peace.